What's good, y'all? So recently I went on a college visit, so I said, hey, why not turn this into a vlog? So enjoy. All right, y'all, we made it to the airport. Our flight boards in less than 30 minutes. Gotta get this secure. Oh my goodness. I think we'll be straight. Hey, we skipped the lines. You know why? Because we like that. We the best in the game. But nah, though. Our flight boards in like 10 minutes. So we just bought clear last minute. So I'm on the plane. It's not really that many people here. You know what I'm saying? Well, granted, it is the first flight of the day, and it's a random Wednesday at that. But yeah, everything going smooth. We got through TSA, and we're on the plane. We got to the gate 5 minutes to spare before boarding. So yeah, mind you, we left the house like an hour before boarding. So hey, we made it though. We flew American Airlines for this trip, and it was a 2-leg flight. You know, our first leg to Dallas, and then our next leg to Omaha. And this first leg was pretty smooth. You know what I'm saying? Got the A320, which I really like that aircraft, and I haven't flown it in years, so it felt really good. Pilots got to sign my logbook, and I got a page filled out, so that was really good. Just pretty solid flight overall. See, we got a little turn and burn, and I love those type of flights. You know who else also has turn and burns? Southwest. And them planes be moving. Hot take, but I don't think Bush Airport is what people make it seem. Maybe it's the distance that people talk about, but I've been flying out of there for years now, and it's always a good experience for me. It's always so simple. I've never had to deal with like insanely long TSA lines. None of that. I will admit though, that construction that got going over there, like Terminal A, that is crazy. Just a solid airport overall. We about to approach in Dallas, and I was so confused when I saw this because it's not the sun. And it's in a far distance too. I'm like, could it really be a building? It probably is a building. You know what I'm saying? If you're from Dallas, what building is that? Because I've never seen that. And I've been to Dallas plenty of times. All right, so we landed in Dallas. Just like that, got me a little drink, and we finna go board. We about to board to Omaha. You know, one thing I wonder is like, why are there other people going to Omaha at 7 a.m. on a random Wednesday, December 3rd at that? Word, I'm saying, the world is quite an interesting place. Like, everybody got their own reasons to fly on this particular flight. It hit different. I think this might be like another empty flight, but it's cool though. If walking long distances is not your thing, don't fly through DFW, because you will be putting pep in your step. Now, I don't have a problem with it. I like that type of stuff. You feel me? Change of terminals, all that good stuff. Dallas Fort Worth Airport is big. You know, and I like, hopping on the train and seeing all the different aircraft. I even caught some special liveries, which I thought was cool. So yeah, we got to the gate and they were already boarding. So just, grab a quick drink and yep, back in the sky. I really, really liked, seeing the sunrise here. This is also my first time flying the A319. It's not too much different from the A320, but, cool to fly the baby bus. It didn't hit me that Nebraska was that cold till I looked out the window and saw a bunch of snow. I was looking at the weather prior to, flying over here, and it's like, wow, it must be really cold. I even it went to a low of -3 degrees, which is the one thing I had to consider if I really wanted to go to school was, proximity to home and weather. I don't like cold weather. I'll just keep it a bean. I really don't like cold weather. But, when you getting, some money and scholarship to go run track at a school and go pursue a degree, it's like, hey, I'm gonna just learn how to adapt. So that's two things I had to consider when, looking at this school. Proximity to home and weather. Stepping off the plane and feeling that breeze. I was breathing that visible cold air just walking through the jet bridge. It was that cold. And I was kind of prepared. I had tights, jeans, a long sleeve shirt, a hoodie, and another jacket over it. I think I was prepared. I had some gloves too, and a shiesty. Midland University is 45 minutes from Omaha in Fremont, Nebraska. So this is what the drive looked like. Pretty cool drive. I like how it's close to Omaha. Intertrack's pretty cool. Really good for this type of weather this school's in. I ain't gonna lie, this basketball arena is nice. I would want to study here too. My major at this school would be accounting because I really like business. I'm pretty good with math too, so they just came together. And when I, talked to the guy who's behind all of it, what I'm saying, they're really hands-on, Everybody gets internships. They really get out there for real. And that's something I really like because, I would much rather, get out there, get my hands dirty rather than just, sit and just take notes all day. Like, nah, I want to get out there. Midland University has a pretty big pipeline, so shouldn't be hard to make connections. Hey, this weight room is nice. It kind of reminds me of the one I got at my school, but more spacious. I really like it. All right, so I ain't take too much videos, but I did take a lot of pictures. Here's one of the campus, the library, and even the campus dorms. I actually really like them a lot. One thing I like about Fremont, which is where the school is in, is everything's so close together and how close it is to a major city. It's a walkable city, something that's really rare in America. So there's some people that don't have cars. Well, they don't have too much to worry about because everything's so close together. I'm a pretty big food person, and Fremont got this one spot for Thai food. It was so good. Let me show y'all. So I had this rice and honey chicken. There's levels to the spices, and I chose I think the medium spice level for the chicken, and it ended up being really spicy, but it was still good though. Big shout out to my family and the coaches at Midland for making this happen. Shout out to my parents and shout out to my sister for taking me along. Also, shout out to the two people that hosted me to visit, Jinglen and Khalil. They sent a postcard back, and yeah, I'm just glad they showed me around. They did a really good job, and I hope they do good. So we just landed in Dallas. It was a cool flight. I really like the E-Jet. I think the E-Jet's a really good aircraft. I had a bunch of legroom game. So one more flight and I go home. And when I looked at the seats, I think the flight's gonna be pretty packed. You know what I'm saying? Get to fly on A321, so I get all the types of A320s. So I had A320 this morning, the A319, and I got A321. So time to go home.
Cabin lights for takeoff.
So
Individual reading light controls are at each seat.
About to taxi to Houston.
It's our honor to care for you on your journey. If you have any questions, please refer to your safety card or ask any of the crew members as they do their